Anonymity and crypto have always gone hand in hand, hence the pseudonymous creator of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. Well, another coin with the face of a dog as its logo, Shiba Inu, also had an anonymous creator known as Ryoshi. Now, despite a plethora of hunches and rumors, I'm not quite sure we'll ever know for 100% who Satoshi Nakamoto is. However, we've got some clues today that's going to reveal who Ryoshi is. And it seems that that culprit is none other than the bad-haired man himself, Sam Bankman-Fried. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoy Crypto. My name is Ben. This is Shiba Inu. It's on my shirt. And we're going to be talking about Shiba. I haven't talked about Shiba in a long time, but I'm super excited to get into what we're going to be talking about today, which is Sam Bankman-Fried, Ryoshi, the creator of Shiba Inu? I believe after this video, you're going to agree the answer to that question is 100% yes. Now, this shirt right here is a brand new one. It's got some meme coins in it, Chainlink, Uniswap. If you want to get this shirt, you got to check out hitmerch.com. This one's actually not available yet. This is our new collection. It's going to be going on here soon, but we got plenty of other great coin jerseys, hoodies, all kinds of things. So make sure to check that out. All right, so let's get into the video. Is SBF Shiba Inu creator Ryoshi? Coinbase director finds a link. Now, this is not some anonymous guy on Twitter who discovered this. This is the head of product at Coinbase, or head of product business operations. His name is Connor Grogan, and he has made a sensational discovery. You can feel pretty confident when someone of this status puts something like this out, they've got evidence it's true. Here it says, it links the anonymous inventor of Shiba Inu, Ryoshi, to former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, better known as SBF. In a Twitter thread, Grogan today posted the evidence he found in his on-chain analysis. So here is the tweet. A wallet directly connected to the founder of Shiba Inu via exchange deposit has an interesting OpenSea account name. Alameda joined September 2020. Now, let's check out this account here. You guys will see that it is on OpenSea. You can find it. It's got 13 NFTs on it, I believe. And you scroll down here and you see it's got all kinds of weird NFTs, including SBF Rare, Andre Cronje Common, Vitalik Buterin Common. Now, this is from, I guess this NFT pro is called Meme Ltd. Here's what's interesting. Obviously, Sam connection, SBF Rare, Andre Cronje Common. So Andre Cronje connection, let's see what the connection is there with SBF. Well, very, very, very interesting. SBF and Andre Cronje worked together on Cover Protocol. This is actually, there was a lawsuit filed over this coin. And there was bribes and payoffs to get people to stop pursuing litigation against SBF over this. DeFi's Cover, another rug pull coin, or another rug pull pump and dump. Here you can see this, riding the hype wave by listing Andre Cronje and FTX's SBF as advisors. Now, this token was also hacked, and I was told Sam was the one who hacked it. There's no telling what this guy is capable of. And of course, Vitalik Buterin, after we show you today that Sam is Ryoshi, now it makes sense, the connection between him and Vitalik, because Shiba gave like half of their supply to Vitalik Buterin. So are these some Easter eggs, some breadcrumbs? Here's a look at that SBF Rare. Here it is with the bad hair. Here it is with the pineapple. You guys see Z in the background of this. And this was created quite a while ago. This was created back in, it looks like 2020, as you guys can see right here. September of 2020 is when this debuted. Man, a lot of foretelling things. We got the Polycule Swingers Club here. We've got, I don't know what the panda is. We got CZ looking in the background, Pepe. I don't know, you might find BitBoy knocking on his door. So here's a quick look at the Alameda OpenSea account activity. And you guys can see that nothing has really been done in 2 years on this. But look, he got the SBF Legendary. This was a $56,000 NFT at that time. And here it was sold for $139,000 worth of ETH. So really, really, really insane when you think about that. Now, when we dig in a little deeper to this SBF rare card here, you'll see some interesting stuff. Number one, you'll find that it's listed right now. You can actually buy it right now for 0.59 ETH. $918. Sam's really hard up for money. But look at this. Look at the price history. Very interesting. Look when this price of this NFT spikes. Right there. November 15th at 7 p.m. That is a week after the collapse of FTX. And you can make the argument, maybe that's because like people thought it might be valuable because he was in trouble. But I mean, this is right here in Sam's wallet, so very interesting. Now, here we go. More from Connor Grogan. The anonymous SHIB founder Ryoshi deposited into a BitCub deposit address on 2 occasions in 2021. Perhaps unbeknownst to them, BitCub does not generate new deposit addresses, which is how I link them to the Alameda account. So basically the long and the short of it is usually the way an exchange works is every time you ask for a new address, it gives you a new one. However, with this one, it did not do that. It actually gave the same address to the same wallet. So he was able to use that to link Shiba here to BitCub and back up here to Alameda. So this is the BitCub main exchange, I believe, and this is kind of the BitCub payment processing. You can see some addresses that sent some money out. You guys can see right here, Alameda on OpenSea, it sent money in, and also you have Ryoshi sending into the exact same account. What are the chances of that? Pretty much absolutely zero. Now you have this here. I have no idea why the SHIB founder would take Alameda's OpenSea handle in 2020. Might just be them squatting for the memes. So the SHIB founder bought the Alameda OpenSea account in 2020 when NFTs weren't even popular yet. Not really. That's probably not happening. Shiba wasn't even really probably thought of at that point yet. But what did happen was Sam created an Alameda OpenSea account on the platform because his company was called Alameda. It made sense. This is a stretch. It's such a stretch to believe that the SHIB founder would squat on Alameda and continue squatting on it and continue buying Sam Bankman-Fried NFTs or selling Sam Bankman-Fried NFTs with that account. Doesn't really make sense. On October 27th, 2021, the largest Shiba Inu farmer unstaked $107 million of SHIB, sent it all to FTX, Huobi, Binance, and OKX. October 27th, 2021. That is exactly 6 days before CoinDesk released the balance sheet of FTX, and it is also just about 2 weeks before the complete fall of FTX. This marked the absolute top. SHIB immediately began to plummet, never to recover. Coincidentally, one exchange had just expanded SHIB perps. So here's the chart. You can see, when I actually take a look at the chart here, you can see this would have been back around that time in October. And look at the price drop. I mean, that's to be expected. But now look, it's down 31% in the last 31 days, which is kind of weird because a lot of the market has been rallying during this time, and SHIB has just been falling consistently. Now, the interesting thing about this chart when you really look at SHIB is that it follows the same exact pattern every time it pumps. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. I mean, look at these movements. This is the daily chart here. And you can see in the last 31 days, it's down 31%. Not a lot of excitement around Shiba these days. But then there's more to this here. If you take a look at these images, you will find right here, October 26, 2021, SBF, because sometimes 999 SHIB just isn't enough. Trade futures perps, perpetual futures contracts on SHIB. That's what this is. The creator of SHIB listed perpetual futures on their exchange at pretty much the very top of the market in 2021, and then promoted it for people to go get excited about trading SHIB. Ooh, the tangled web we weave. Now take a look at this. This is the Ryoshi Twitter account on the Wayback Machine. And you guys can see here that obviously this has been deleted. So that's why you have to use the Wayback Machine. But interesting, check out the way that Ryoshi tweets. Decentralization, it works. Come down here a little bit. All hail the Shiba. Come down here a little bit further. Talking about, this is explaining Shiba and why it's the beginning of mass adoption. You gotta be kidding me. Thank you to the Wolfmeister for enabling true decentralization. Now we truly begin. Woof! Guys, this sounds eerily familiar to the type of tweets and language you get from Autism Capital. Now, Autism Capital has been highly speculated that at least at one point was ran by Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX employees. So if you go back to when Sam was most likely in control of this account, you find tweets like this. Real snarky, sounds very much like Sam. We thought this account needed a mascot, meet Aspie the Ape. He's a low IQ pleb monkey who just wants to make shekels. Now, shekels obviously is a Jewish term for money. Of course, Sam is Jewish, and so maybe that's a connection. I'm not saying anything about him being Jewish. I'm just saying maybe that's a connection. Has no idea what the hell he's doing. Something Sam tried to use as a defense. I didn't know what I was doing. Crypto is cool, he guesses. Sam didn't really like crypto. Figured out MetaMask in early September. Up 10x on core, lost it all in EMN. Pumping and dumping altcoins, potentially? We know that's something Sam did quite frequently. But the point is, a lot of the language sounds very familiar between this Ryoshi account. There's a certain snarky, sarcastic silliness that these accounts share. And to me, it reminds me a lot of what I believe to be the true personality of Sam Bankman-Fried. Here's a coin NFT they minted. This is legendary. We've already talked about that. Now check this out. Now, is there precedent for Sam to have created a meme coin? The answer, most likely yes. Samoyed coin, Samo. The choice is yours, choose wisely. Here we got Dogecoin versus Shiba Inu versus Samoyed coin, Samo. Inspired by crypto mogul Sam Bankman-Fried and Solana co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko, most efficient and eco-friendly dog coin, the Doge of Solana. Now, here's what's really interesting. This tactic, this talking about yourself in the third person, it's a psychological tactic that Sam has used a lot of times when he's been disguising himself to make it look like it's not him. Clearly, I couldn't create it. If I created this coin, then there's no way I possibly would have said it was inspired by Sam Bankman-Fried. You understand the logic, the psychology that he's trying to play on here, but he's exposed. We know that he's done this frequently. We know he's got a lot of alt accounts. We know that he is snarky, and we know his entire life is about trying to hide things. So there we go. Here is the actual coin itself. Now look here at the all-time chart for this one. Look at that, boom. Peaked in October of 2021, right the same time that he was tweeting about Shiba, and it peaked as well. You can see crash, crash, crash. It's done nothing since. Now here's the Samo coin website, or the Samo website. I don't even know how to say this. Samoyed coin? But here's the Samoyed coin project. You guys can see here, it talks about the rise of meme coins, Solana, blah, 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 especially Anatoly Yakovenko. Well, this is interesting because it didn't say it was inspired by Sam Bankman-Fried. Well, let's go take a look-see at the Wayback Machine. And what you will discover is actually that if you go here to November the 14th and click on this, you will find that this snapshot here, and this is of 2022, this snapshot is going to be the same description of the coin as it is today. Now, this is November 14th. Now, let's go back to November 10th, 4 days before. Now, remember, FTX collapses on the 9th. And here we go. Amid the rise of meme coins in Solana in 2021, Samoyed coin was born in respect to crypto mogul Sam Bankman-Fried and Solana's co-founder Anatoly Yakovenko. Seeing the potential influence, yada, 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 they decided to make a Shiba Inu they could pump on Solana. So what did Sam do with Samo? Well, it was basically used as a slush fund for them. And when you go back and you look at the chart, you can see around this time, this was actually money that they were putting in here to pay off lawyers and to pay off lawsuits and settlements before they actually got to court, including a big 2019 lawsuit against FTX. And against Sam and Alameda as well. So this was a slush fund, basically money off the books, hidden money that they could use to make sure they kept all their ducks in a row. Now, here's what's really interesting. We know there's connections between Shiba, Ryoshi, Sam, Alameda, the OpenSea account. We know there's definitely connections between Sam and Samo Coin. I think he even tweeted about it at some point. I can't find it right now. But the point is that now we have a meme coin that he's connected with. And it looks like he had a role in creating. Now, were there other coins? Well, check this out. I effed up and I'm sorry. Chef Nomi returns $14 million of ETH to SushiSwap. Now, it's interesting. Does this line sound familiar here to you? November 10th, 2022. His I'm sorry thread. Here it is. I'm sorry, that's the biggest thing. I effed up and should have done better. What did Chef Nomi say? I effed up and I am sorry. Now, there's speculation that Sam is also Chef Nomi who created sushi. And not only that, but basically had to return $14 million worth of funds because he attempted to rug pull it. So who came and made everything right? Who became the hero in this story about sushi? Chef Nomi, he effed up and he's sorry. But who comes swooping in to be the savior? That's right, the man who saved SushiSwap. Sam Bankman-Fried won plaudits for spearheading a bloodless migration of almost $1 billion investor funds to the beleaguered exchange. Here's his story. SBF became DeFi's newest hero when he took on the role of temporary chef for SushiSwap. On Wednesday, he supervised the successful migration. SushiSwap's long-term future is still uncertain, and the saga could mark a shift in direction for the future of DeFi. The hero, Sam Bankman-Fried, takes over. Great job, Sam. You saved sushi. This is like Jerome Powell trying to save us from inflation that he caused. Except, I'm sorry, Jerome Powell. I would never compare you to Sam Bankman-Fried. That's how much I dislike Sam. So, what if SBF was Chef Nomi since all this time? There are plenty of people that have, said this before. Here they make the connection between his tweet about he messed up, and then of course tying it to what Chef Nomi said. Chef Nomi was anonymous. Nobody ever knew who he was. So there's already speculation that this was going on. There's just too much smoke here. There's way too much smoke for there not to be fire. Alameda OpenSea account, connections to Shiba Inu, connections to creating another meme coin about a dog at some point, used as a slush fund by FTX, connections to sushi, where he played the role of the pseudonymous or anonymous creator, and then he disappeared and Sam conveniently showed up to save the project. There's too much here, guys. It's very obvious that Sam has been involved with way more in the crypto space than we knew. It's my opinion that the end of the bull run, the short, abrupt end at the 70K when we should have been going to 100, that was actually the result of Sam creating funnels to push money from not just himself, but VC and retail investors into projects like Shiba, projects like Samo, projects like Cover Protocol, many other DeFi projects, projects like Sushi, projects that may not have gotten those funds or even close to the amount of market cap if Sam didn't intervene and work from the shadows. We saw what he's done to other projects, whether it be Newcoin or ICP, listing Shiba perpetual futures contracts, and then pumping it on his own Twitter. It's unbelievable what this guy did. I believe that the last bull run will forever be known as the bull run that SBF effed up. He's already said it. Is he sorry? I don't know. He's gonna have a lot of time to think about it, but there's gonna be a lot more for Sam that's gonna be exposed. There's no doubt about that. There's still some surprises coming, I'm sure of it, You just have to tune in to see what they are. That's all I got. Be blessed. Way out.